Okay. Welcome to episode 11 of the Bedroom Studios official podcast. I've been away for 2 weeks because of album work in Nashville, but it's good to be back, and I am joined here with this week's special guest, Ezra Mendel, aka Snez.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for saying yes, dude. So there's a lot of things like, you're a new friend. 'Cause I've only known you for over a month now.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, and I was so happy when I met you. I was like, oh, someone knows a lot. This is great. I can actually talk English for once.
Yeah, right.
It was great. Yeah. So, for those listening in and probably seen the photos that either Ezra or I have posted, we were at this thing called the Youth Art Connection, which is what Skatey was at, and we were both working on sound. Ezra was actually the assigned sound guy, and I just showed up because Katie said help.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of like a last minute thing for me too. Like they just said they needed a house sound guy to come and cover it. They had like the most basic mixer ever, and then I show up and you're there. We go, we got two sound guys. We're gonna have to battle it to the death right now. Like what's about to happen here? But now we just used your mixer, hung out. It's not too bad, man. It was the easiest $200 I ever made.
Yeah, I had no issue doing it for free. I was like, yeah, no, I'll do this for free. I'm here for Skatey.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She already reimbursed for the mixer, and she's paying me in food. So I was like, that's
you get
paid
paid beer and cheeseburgers, the old fashioned way.
No, she was like, where do you want to eat? And I was like, well, we're on our way home. We were on Sunday. We were on Spring Garden, and she was like, let's not go on Spring Garden. I was like, well, let's do Quinpool. Let's do Brewery by Quinn's. Simple.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so, and what's funny is, that mixer, that Saturday was the first time I used that mixer.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to use it for a demo run. We had those two performances, the Saturday and Sunday, and she was here on the Monday beforehand for this documentary, and the documentary was on Saturday. I didn't get to go because I was too busy being a sound guy for two different gigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I set up one, leave, go for the other.
That's how it is, man.
But what happened was, so the cool thing about that mixer, the Zoom L12 live track,
I like that thing.
it had that SD card. What threw me for a goddamn loop and made me so confused was I had it set on card reader mode,
Yeah.
which I thought that was what you needed it on. And when we set it up on Monday, it wasn't reading the card.
Yeah.
So I called Long McQuaid the next day. They said, oh, yeah, take it off card reader.
This is where the non-producer nerds' eyes glaze over and they stop listening.
Yeah, they're like, what an absolute moron. Colossal idiot, dude. So it immediately works, and I'm like, okay, cool. It works. This is great. So what we had to do for the meantime, for this demo run for the documentary, I just ran it through my Mackie mixer. Literally just 2 channels, microphone, and then guitar, just her guitar, and I ran it through this Joyo American Sound. I've been taking this everywhere with Skatey.
Yeah.
This thing's incredible. $54. If you are a guitar nerd, or if you have friends that are guitar nerds, and they like gear, honestly, tell them try an amp sim pedal.
Yeah.
I used a UAD Dream 65.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a 65 reverb.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And this guy is a 57 Deluxe. Both $3,000 amps.
Yeah.
But this guy was $55.
Yeah.
And the UAD was $550. So you can see why I went for the $55.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And the thing
It
is,
still sounds pretty similar.
it's friggin' incredible, and it completely makes it sound like it's... Well, obviously, it's going to make it sound like it's coming out of a 57 Deluxe. But I love that it's just simplistic. You got your normal 3-band EQ on any guitar amp, your volume, gain, and this thing called voice, which I'm going to assume is like a presence. But the gain is just so beautiful.
Wow.
I don't know if... I know I've heard guitar on your mixes and your tracks, and I'm like, does he play guitar?
I do play guitar, but honestly, a lot of those things are just samples, or my dad is actually a more proficient guitarist than I am, so sometimes I'll get him to just kind of track things down for me.
So, yo, Dad, I need a saucy loop right now.
Exactly, I'm like, I need a psychedelic guitar break here. I send it to him, and he's, of course, got a whole recording set up, so...
Oh, shoot,
he gets it back to me. Yeah, I kind of got into all of this from my father,
Nice.
Was
he someone like that I would have heard of or something?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, like, he was kind of around. He owned a studio that was a lot of artists recorded at in the 90s in Halifax called Sound Market Recordings.
That one rings a bell. I'll have to, like, look at it again.
They had it under the Buckleys on, I think it was, like, probably Quinpool or something like that. Or maybe it was more North End. But they had a Buckley's there, and they had it under that.
I'll have to look that up again. I swear I've heard it before, but I can't picture it specifically.
Yeah.
Because, like, the leaders for, like, people going out nowadays to get their songs recorded is one of 3 spots.
Yeah.
Sonic Temple.
Yeah.
Ocean Floor.
Yeah.
Or Joel Plaskett's studio.
That's true.
And then you don't hear about any other guys.
Yeah, you hear about some guys sometimes. I mean, like John Mulaney, he's tracking quite a few,
Oh my god, I forgot about John Mulaney.
He's pretty cool. Yeah.
Forgot about him.
He does great work. I mean, you can see, I think, like, Classified's still recording some stuff. Not a lot, but I think he's still doing...
Did he start out as a producer? Because, like, all these big producers nowadays, when, like, they also do rap, they just get someone to do it for them. Like Kanye. Yeah. Like, he was a person that was doing...
He still does all of his own stuff.
Does he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, when he first started out, he was doing stuff for people. Like, cheap. And then...
I don't know if he does all of his own stuff, but I know he does quite a lot of his own stuff, and his samples, he flips them.
He does his own samples. So but when it came to, like, mixing and producing, it was like someone else did it now.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets somebody to do a master on it or a mix, but...
You ever seen that clip, a behind-the-scenes clip? I think it was for Donda 1, and he had his head up to the monitors, and he was, like, trying to, like, he's just, like, right up there. And he goes, "Where's the bass?" And he goes, "Yes, Josh." And he goes, "Josh, where's the bass?" I love that video so much. I haven't
seen that.
He's so mad too. He's like, "Josh, where's the bass?" Honestly, as a person who started out on bass guitar, like I like beefy tones.
Yeah.
So like if the bass ain't there, and I'm like I'm the exact same way. I go, "Where's the bass?"
Honestly, man, because I've been, I love all kinds of music, and I'm big into old rock, new rock, and a bunch of different kinds of stuff. But really, rap and hip hop is where I started, and what kind of my preference is. So yeah, I like a nice beefy bass.
Funny enough, I actually started out the same as you. My old stuff, which was like poor mixed.
I know. I actually went back and I listened to some of it. It's pretty good, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, some of the I went back far enough to find, like, it was interesting because I was just like, some jazz songs. These are dope. Okay, these are nice. And whoa, we got a rap song. What's it just like thrown in there?
Yeah.
You go back far enough and it's rap music. It's just like, I like the switch over. You didn't like try and make a new artist account. You're just like, fuck it.
This is
what
me.
We do now. Yeah.
And that's a lot of people. Every time like they'll see my name and go jazz enthusiast, like, "You don't play jazz? What is this?" And it's like, yeah, no, I enthuse it. I'll throw a jazz chord in a song. There you go. There's jazz.
Yeah.
Simple. I mean, like one of the songs we did, "Make Time," which is a blues song. I mean, the Hendrix chord, which is the 7#9, is jazzy as ever, and the whole song's built around that chord.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is jazzy.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course, the joke is like if you like take any chord and make it a dominant 7, jazz.
Yeah. Well.
Jazz, and then blues is all dominant 7 chords, so jazz.
Yeah.
But I did originally start with making like trap beats and hip hop beats, like the oldest
It's a
stuff.
good place to start. It's an easy thing to get into. Trap beats especially.
And doing them
like
by hand. Deliberately doing your hi-hats, kicks, and snares by hand.
Yeah.
Not on FL Studios, on Reaper, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Deliberately doing them and making them in time. So I was like, oh yeah, we're cooking with oil here now.
Yeah.
And it was always like, just find something psychedelic, or just, I had a MIDI keyboard at the time. Just start playing the little jazz chords and just like sink it in. Like the oldest stuff that I have is from like 2019. The first like really like real jazz song was called "Something You Hear Late at Night."
Okay.
And it was like, the song was literally just like, hey, look what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, rough.
10-finger jazz chords. Like, look what I can do. And that was like the most jazziest I've done. And then when I did the stuff with Sam Lang, have you ever heard of Sam Lang?
That sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not familiar with his work.
Because you're in my age range, right?
How old are you?
25.
25? Yeah, I'm 22.
Okay. So Sam is a year younger than me.
Yeah, okay.
And he's, for starters, like highest grade level for piano.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he can shred classical tunes. He showed me, and I was like, man, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
But he also did trap beats. And he mixed for artists as well over in, like, central Canada and all that stuff. And he was at my university, and I met him through people being like, in my classes, were like, this dude looks like you. I was like, no. Let me see a picture of him. I look at him and go, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't look like him. So I eventually meet up with him, and we started doing the Jazz Enthusiast and Sam Lang, which was like jazz with those hard trap beats. So it was literally like...
That's a hook.
Yeah.
That's a niche audience.
It is a very niche audience. Oh, it was so niche. I was surprised like a handful of them got like
cool,
hundreds of
man.
streams. I was like, people actually like this. For some reason, it's booming in South Africa and South America right now for some reason. But it was literally how we did it is like one person would send somebody a melody and the other person builds a song around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like, I'm gonna piss him off and give him the hardest melodies to work with. And there was one time he was like, when we did the second one, because we did two, and I gave him the second one, he sent me the first melody. And he goes, this is my best melody, you better crush it. I was like, okay, I'll try. And then just randomly in this song was like 5 minutes, and just randomly in there, jazz piano. No, it was great. And I did like when he sent piano stuff, because I was like, this is human. This is good.
Yeah.
And of course, I've listened to like a handful of your songs. I have to say my favorite one would probably be like, probably Palm Bays.
Really?
And
That's an interesting take. That's not normally people's favorite song.
I like it. I like that one. And the title is slipping my mind.
I think Palm Bays was the first one where like the mixing actually started to get a little bit better. Like of the songs before that, you can see me getting better and better at mixing vocals and stuff every time. And like Palm Bays was the first one where I actually heard it and was like, oh, that like actually sounds kind of close to like a real song, you know. And it was Palm Bays was a big one for me, just in. Not that it did that well, just for my own, you know, milestones where I was like, okay, this means I'm actually kind of getting good at this. Like, you know.
That was me in like 2022. I was like, oh, they're getting better. And as soon as 2023 hit, I was like, there they are.
Yeah.
There it is.
Haven't quite hit that yet, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, I listened to the ones that I listened to. I listened to Never Enough, Nowhere Tonight, Sax and Violence, A Fish and Boy, that was the other one, and Palm Bays. Those were the 5 I listened to, and I was like, this guy knows what he's doing. These are
thank
good.
You, man. I appreciate that.
And I still need to watch the what do you call that? I still need to watch the music video for your latest song, Never Enough.
Check it out. Yeah, I mean it's cool. I did it with a guy I went to high school with, Josh Cummins. Hell of an editor, hell of a videographer. You know, he's in school right now for it. So, and I've known him for a while, so he gave me a great rate on it. It was a great time. He kind of did the whole directing for it too. I played him the song, and he kind of had this idea. He was like, "I want you to be blue." I was like, well, what do you mean you want me to be blue? He's like, I want you to be blue. I was like, well, how are we going to do this? Is this going to be like a makeup thing, or is this going to be like an After Effects thing? He's like, it's not going to look that good if we do it in After Effects. I need you to be blue. I was like, well, okay, I guess I'm going to be
So
blue.
that's why your profile picture is you looking like a Blue Man Group guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what is
this?
this?
Well, the hook in the song is like, I'm feeling blue again.
Yep.
You know, it kind of tied in with the song, and the song is kind of really, I wanted the video to be sort of like a visual representation of this fight for control that the song kind of represents, between, like, you know, I've always kind of struggled with addiction and mental health issues, and it feels like, despite me always wanting to make better decisions and you know, decisions that benefit my life, something in me just kind of pulls me to, you know, want to go back to not being sober, or like to you know, just make decisions that are not productive or beneficial for my life, we'll say. And I think that kind of fight for control is just like an interesting phenomenon, and I'm sure a lot of people can, you know, attest to that. They want to do better, but just something compels them to do otherwise. And I kind of wanted that blue guy to be like my alter ego, so you can see I'm kind of like, I go into the pool and I come out and I'm blue, and throughout the video I'm like drinking and putting back miscellaneous pills, and slowly
Was it
kind
Tic
of like,
Tacs?
Yeah, I think they're probably like calcium pills or something, man.
Jesus. Calcium. Holy shit.
I got my bones were strong that day, man. I'm telling you. After all of the shooting, 10 hours of shooting, my bones were strong.
Did
but
you
anyway,
do the video in 10 hours?
I think maybe like 8 to 10, 9 hours,
Jeez.
somewhere in that. It was a long time. It was a full entire day of shooting. And, you know, because, like, everything took longer than we expected. And I had to reapply makeup several times because I would sweat it off and it looked terrible. Or I would, like, be, like, itching my face. But, like, plus, if you have any option to not put face paint and body paint all over you for any extended period of time, don't do it. It's not worth it. It is so itchy and so uncomfortable. So please, if you haven't yet, go check out Never Enough. I got a music video out now by Snez. Find it on YouTube. It's cool. Yeah, you might like it. You might just think it's weird, but, you know.
I was watching like the snippets that you'd posted on your Instagram, and I was like, fuck, that camera lens looks good.
The crazy thing is, it's not even really nice camera. I mean, like, he's got, like, just a little kind of basic, I think it was a Canon situation. If it's not a Canon, he's going to get really pissed at me after I say this. But, like, it was not a really expensive camera, I know, but he made it look great, and he color graded it very nicely.
Yeah, I was like, that
The raw
looks
footage looked way
good.
different.
That looks really good.
Yeah, the guys kind of started out, Josh Cummins started out as, like, an editor and kind of is now recently moving into videography. So, like, but it really, like, you know, his color grading and stuff is top notch.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I can smell the 4K on this on this fucking video. I can, like, because it's also your profile picture for Instagram and like on Apple Music, and I was like, bro, I can smell the 4K resolution on this picture. So another question.
Yeah.
Why Snez?
That's a good question, man. Honestly, like, my name is Ezra,
Yeah.
and when I was in high school, maybe it was like end of middle school, so I would have been like 14 or 15. I would always go to the Windsor skate park in the Annapolis Valley. I'm from the Annapolis Valley in Nova Scotia, and I would always go to the Windsor skate park and, you know, just hang around and skateboard, obviously. And there was this one kid there, shout out Matt, I don't know, I guess we'll say it, Matt Allen, and he would always call me Snezra, and they had this little gang that was like, they put SN before their names, and then they just, you know, started calling me Snezra, and then, like, other friends picked up on it. And by high school, I mean, all of my friends it moved from Snezra to Snez. And then, you know, it just kind of like, I wasn't like, it was sort of ironic, but I kind of like, everybody just kind of called me that anyway. So when I was going to release my first couple of singles, and I was like, what should my artist name be? Should it just be my regular name? Well, everybody already calls me Snez anyway, so it kind of was like a no-brainer.
That's bars.
Like, yeah.
That's some bars, dude. That rolls. That actually rolls, because as soon as I heard Snez, I was like, I just want to keep saying that now. Snez.
It's easy. It's to the point. I'm not dicking around. I'm not wasting your time. Like, you know,
it's,
you got places to be. I got places to be too. Jazz enthusiast is like, nah, we're sticking around for a while. Like, you know, that takes a while to say to somebody.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what do you call yourself? I was like, oh, my name's Michael, but I go by the Jazz enthusiast.
I'm like, I'm Snez. I gotta go.
They look at me like, jazz enthusiast? You playing jazz tonight? Nah.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Dad rock.
I gotta say though, man, Jazz Enthusiast is an interesting one because your SEO has got to be crazy. I mean, like when you search your name up on like Google or something, a million things have got to pop up before. Because like Jazz Enthusiast can mean anything. Though, what I didn't realize when I picked the name Snez is that there's a game console, the SNES.
Oh yeah.
So
SNES,
like
yeah.
you search up Snez, you're getting a whole lot of game consoles.
What's funny is like when I was younger, like in high school with my friends, we always said like cheese and sneeze. It's like Ches and Snez.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, I just sneezed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like macaroni and Ches. You know.
I don't know if that's what I want to be associated with.
No, it's just like as soon as I heard Snez, it just like triggered my memory. I was like, bro, Snez.
Mm.
So this is funny. I was on Printers Alley Friday when I was in Nashville, and one of the many friends was there. He's a website builder, and they were like, bitch, you gotta get a website. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, what happens if you type your name up? Like, you gotta get a patent on your name. I was like, this is what happens when I type my name up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All my shit there.
Yeah.
Music Nova Scotia, YouTube, Spotify. On the phone, there was actually like an AI, like, generated search result with a fucking bio.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're fucking.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's all there. And this is what, like, my latest profile picture. Shout out Carrie Matheson. If you want someone, like, she also does, like, good rates as well. Because she's starting out. but her photos and videos are
Yep.
crispy.
Yeah.
I'll always post like photos of her. Like if you're ever at, say, her open mic, which is first Thursday of every month,
Right.
or if you're ever at the Monty's Jam, which is every Thursday, she's taking photos.
Yeah.
Or if you're ever at the Sunday Sesh, on Sunday nights, she's taking photos.
Yeah.
And they're great. They are never bad. And she's actually doing the filming for Antisocial Media, and she took a lot of pictures during that filming as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, this picture goes fucking hard. This is going to be the album cover. I'm just going to turn it black and white. And there we go. And I was like, we're moving away from, Sweater Weather 2 looking Michael, leather jacket. Shout out Giant Tiger for that t-shirt.
Yeah, shout out Giant Tiger. Yeah.
Shout out Nick's bookshelf in the back.
Yeah.
Turn the lights off. Put the flash on. Not even a real Polaroid, mind you.
No, yeah.
No, I used the app called Noma.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what's up. Yeah, I used Noma. And I was like...
everyone's girlfriend has that app.
You know what's funny, though? It has Polaroid, and also on it has one of those disposable cameras.
Yeah.
And it's like the McDonald's disposable camera. So I'm taking photos with that, too.
Do they actually have McDonald's disposable cameras?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, where's my phone? I'll show you right now. It's actually hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Oh, where is it?
Shout out McDonald's for doing that. I mean, nowadays, I'm looking at, like, the Happy Meal stuff that they got going on. And, like, I don't know. Obviously, I got older, so this stuff is less exciting to me. But I remember having, like Kung Fu Panda action figures that, like, when you pressed a button, it would, like, kick.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff doesn't do that anymore. McDonald's Happy Meals do not be doing that anymore.
No, now it's just like, oh, look at this toy.
Yeah.
And that's it. But it's literally McDonald's disposable camera.
That's pretty cool.
That's all it is. Like, it defaults like the Polaroid camera. But, here, see? Look at that.
Yeah.
I'll literally take a photo of you with the McDonald's disposable camera. You ready?
Film the podcast.
There we go.
All right. Let's go, baby.
I'll send that to you later.
Sweet, man.
But yeah, that was so like Sweater Weather 2 Michael to Sweater Weather 3 Michael.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a fucking difference here.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to writing songs, I like to tell stories. And
Yeah.
from what I've heard from your music, you're a bit of a storyteller too.
Yeah, I'm some degree of it, for sure. I'd like to move into more of that, which, by the way, actually, I got the Dropbox links ready for a few unreleased songs.
Oh, say word.
I'd love to play them, if we got some time here on this podcast. I'd love to tease them a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah, I can like quickly just throw them on afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. We can put them on any time.
Fancy editing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always good to be like, hey guys, I got new music.
Yeah.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Cause that's what I'm doing. Like the album comes out, I'm like, hey guys, early release party.
Yeah.
Come out and hear the album early.
Yeah. When is it? You got a release party going?
I got 2 early release parties going on. I got one on the 7th.
On the 7th.
And which is in the backyard. Weather permitting, we can actually use the goddamn bonfire.
Yeah. I'd show up.
Cold is fine. Rain is what I'm worried about.
It's gonna be cold regardless. I think.
Oh, it's gonna be cold.
You're gonna have to wrap your head around, but rain would be unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, I'll boo-hoo. We go inside.
Yeah.
We're in the living room. But the 9th, I'm gonna be in Musquash, New Brunswick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 different early release parties.
Oh, that's cool.
Album actually comes out on the 15th, and I host my open mic that night as well.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just gonna like bring out little slips and be like, Sweater Weather 3, physical copy pre-order. You put your name. Do you want one? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
And then just like put it back in like my hat, and I'll just look at the end of the day for the yes or nos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause like everyone's doing physical copies again, and like I have a fair bit of physical copies from a bunch of my friends, right?
Yeah.
And I love all their music, so of course like support local as best as you can with everybody.
For sure.
And one of my friends, Bill Travis, or stage name Mushcat, he's doing a lot. He's probably one of the busiest musicians I know in Halifax.
Yeah, really?
Man's had 3 album release shows.
Mm-hmm.
And he did 2 albums in 3 months.
That's impressive.
That
2
is very
albums in
impressive.
3 months is impressive stuff.
So the first one he did, put the album out. He just did a cute little one. I'm going to call it a cute little one because it was a private event.
Right.
And it was on his birthday. and it was an album release for the first album. It was a blue album.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later, releases another album, which is vinyl. He goes to Toronto to get the vinyl.
Yeah.
Comes back, does another album release the week before I Meet You, the whole Saturday before I Meet You.
Right.
And he did both albums as the release show. This was at Good Robot.
Yep. I like the Mousetrap, man. They got a
no.
little space up there.
It was outside.
I was outside of Good Robot.
It was outside.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was... Oh, the AstroTurf. The AstroTurf was a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
And then... Sadly, I was in Nashville for this, but he did another one where he was giving physical copies with Renegade Records.
Yeah.
So he had a Saturday matinee, and I was like, damn, I'm in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Guys, go watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. Renegade Records is one of those spots that, like, will do consignment, which is...
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is what I want to fucking do. I want to do that. I'll be like, here's X amount of physical copies. Do consignment. Yeah. Do a spot in New Brunswick as well. Shout out Sunrise Records in St. John.
Yeah.
Do that as well.
Shout out Sunrise.
And I just want to, be a little more serious,
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
And, the first time I did physical copies, have you ever done physical copies?
I haven't done physical copies, man. No.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd like to do physical copies at some point, but really I'm kind of just working on tackling the whole online and local thing before I moved to physical copies. I tried doing merch, and that went pretty well, so I definitely will move to physical copies. I also think that for rap music, in the smaller artists, it might be a little bit less viable. Like, people who listen to rap might not be vinyl collectors, or listen to new rap.
New rap, yes.
But
old rap
definitely.
Vinyls, guys.
Absolutely, for sure. But, I could be wrong about that. I'm sure there's lots of exceptions to that. But, yeah, I definitely would like to do physical copies at some point.
Because you got enough to do an album.
Yeah, I'm working actually currently on an EP, a little 5-song EP, so that'll be fun. I'm working with a student in the music business program right now, working on a little marketing plan, trying to get some funding for that. So
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, man, it should be cool. I been working on this for quite a while, like just kind of in the back burner, working on songs, and it's finally coming to life right now, and I'm pretty excited about it. These songs that I will play you today will be on the EP. They're in pretty demo stage right now, but, they give you a good idea.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, new EP coming out. Look for that, I think, probably January. I'm going to start releasing some of the songs from it. Kind of release it in stages sort of thing. Like a single a month that will, when the third one comes out, it'll have, I'll have 2 more that come out with it. That'll all be collectively an EP.
That's the way to do it.
Together. Because I feel like that was the way to do it, especially because, I'm still kind of working on building an audience where I can just, release songs, one each month, and kind of pick up a little traction there with each single to boost the kind of end result there. Instead of putting out, because I feel like, with the people's attention span nowadays, I even find myself doing it where, an artist will put out an album, and I'll listen to the first 5 songs and be like, yeah, that was pretty cool, but I got stuff to do. But, you know what I mean? People don't, sit there and listen, and that's, artists that I, enjoy, and I do that, so I know people kind of, maybe we'll listen to the first couple or listen to the first 3 or something like that. But asking people to listen to 5 full songs of an artist that they might not know is sort of a big ask, If you already like that artist, of course it's a totally viable thing to do. But for an artist that you're not familiar with, to listen to 5 songs back to back is kind of a big, that's a big ask of the average listener.
True. I am obviously not the average listener. I will listen to that whole thing start to finish.
Nerds like you and me are listening to lots of different kind of stuff, but, yeah.
Nowadays, I've put my attention span to about an hour.
Yeah?
My attention span is an hour.
Like what?
If I, listening to an album.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, or just with anything. My attention span is an hour.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is, I'll listen to, Chromeo, and their albums are 54 minutes.
Yeah.
I listen to Garrett Mason. You ever listen to Garrett Mason?
Garrett Mason's great, man.
Garrett Mason is amazing.
I actually, I was working with this guy, Dylan Jewers. He does a record label, kind of runs it, called Big Turnip. They do a lot of cool folk stuff. But he was planning a tour for Garrett Mason, and I ended up writing a couple press releases for the tour.
Let's go, dude.
You know, did a little. I haven't met the guy, but
I've yet to meet him either.
Yeah, but great music. You know, love what he does. And
Love and Sound is a fucking amazing album.
Yeah,
That's a live
yeah,
off the floor garage sound, but man, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's definitely made for vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you listen with headphones, you're like, fuck. Half the band is in one ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a big pet peeve of mine.
That is
It's a big
I
pet
love the
peeve of
Beatles, but I
mine,
can't
man.
listen to them
Yeah.
in headphones.
Yeah. I'm listening on a mono Bluetooth speaker.
Mono Bluetooth or vinyl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
funny.
mean, monitors even here, like car radio, it's kind of okay. Or like if I listen to monitor speakers,
I don't find car radios that bad, to be honest.
car radio's not that bad.
Yeah.
There's times I'm like, wait a second. So the voice is completely in the left ear.
It's
Wait a second.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It kind of distracts me. It takes me away from it. But
Oh my god, 100%.
I like a little bit of stuff going on, you know, and like I like when stuff is stereo widened, or if you have a cool panning effect and stuff. That stuff I can get behind. But when you have like, I don't know, some guitars completely coming out of the left ear, it's just something about it just kind of bugs me a little bit.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
just like irks me. Like, well, a good example is New Orleans is Sinking by Tragically Hip.
Yeah.
The rhythm guitar is
Yeah.
completely right ear,
Yeah.
and then the lead guitar is completely left ear. So when the song starts, you know that riff. Boom, boom, bum, 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 and it's just this ear.
It
And
might
I'm
be
like,
kind of cool out of like I actually haven't listened to that song out of like a nice home stereo or like monitors or anything. I don't think it might be okay on monitors.
oh,
but out
car
of
radio,
headphones-
it's so deliberate.
yeah.
It's deliberately in the right ear, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta wait for the rest of the song to kick in. And another one is what's it called? You Tell Me by Tom Petty.
Okay, yeah.
The rhythm
yeah.
guitar is completely that left ear.
Yeah, right.
And I go, I just, because the intro is literally just the guitar. And I go, rest of the band kick in, please.
But it's kind of interesting though that we moved away from that. I guess we kind of collectively, as a society, decided that that's not what we want to be doing, because like that was a pretty common thing at
Yeah,
one
well,
point. Like,
back in the day, you only had 4 tracks.
Yeah.
And the Beatles were the first ones to get 8 tracks.
Mhm.
And the thing is, 8 track, you couldn't even mic a whole, like a real whole kit, you couldn't even mic with 8.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah, right.
You would get kick, snare, toms, hi-hat, overheads. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Your 8 tracks filled.
Yeah.
And depending on how saucy you were with the tape, then you would have to like deliberately do the drums alone with the tape.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically you can send it all to the console and then send it off to the 4-track for tape.
Yeah, right.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, these places had big consoles.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, okay, we narrowed it down to 4 buses.
Yeah.
Somehow narrowed it down to 4 buses because you have bass, guitar. Well, yeah, bass, guitar, vocals, and drums. But I was like, how, like, because with some of the Beatles songs, there was piano. And I was like, how did they do that? How did they add piano? There's 5 things going on.
Yeah.
How are you doing 5 things on a 4-track?
Yeah.
And then they got their 8-track in the 60s.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they were the first ones to get. Abbey Road was the first one to get the 8-track.
Yeah.
And then just their songs just was like better.
Yeah.
Better. And then as soon as like the 70s hit, we actually had like we stepped away from that,
Mm-hmm.
which was nice. So like it irks the hell out of me when I hear what's the song? Roadhouse Blues by The Doors.
Okay. Yeah.
The drums
yeah.
are in this ear.
Yeah. Now that's criminal.
That is-
Drums in one
it
ear is
hurts.
actually psychotic.
Yep.
But-
like you hear the hi-hat makes sense. You hear the snare, and of course, all those old mixes back in the day, you can't hear the kick when everything else is playing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter
right.
if the kick is mic'd, you can't hear it.
Huh.
Unless it's like by itself,
Yeah.
which is just an old tape thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No side chaining back then.
Oh, sidechain didn't exist. You didn't have the room to sidechain.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people can sidechain,
Of course,
and they'll
yeah.
still do it with tape.
Yeah.
And it's great. Like Steel Saddle, their whole album, the album came out July 5th.
I'm not familiar with Steel Saddle.
Did brand spanking there.
Yeah.
They're from
Okay.
Montreal.
Right.
And it's nicely
Yeah.
panned. Everything's
Tasty
stereo.
stuff.
And it's all tape.
Yeah. That's pretty
You
cool.
hear the...
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And it's those those old vinyl records, they're all a half hour long to fit on your vinyl records.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh yeah, it's a half hour. Cool. I'll listen to the whole album.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Albums under an hour. Cool. My goal is like always have an album go to like as much as an hour as I can because I want to be able to like because I'll put it on and do something. So it's technically background music, but it's like right in my face. So if I'm going for a car ride, I want that album to be an hour.
Yeah.
Right. I want to have this music because it's a complete buzzkill when the album's like 20 minutes and you're like, okay, time to swap the album.
Yeah, right. You're gonna hate this 4-song, 5-song EP that I'm gonna put out then.
Like some of my EPs were like, well, I'm a guy that likes to write 4-minute songs.
Yeah.
So, Sweaty Weather 2, every song was under 3 minutes. And I was like, this is criminal or unheard of for me. Every song under 3 minutes, wild. And then I made sure like, Sweaty Weather 3, I was like, there's gonna be no song under 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be no song under 3 minutes, I should say. But then there's one song that's like 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I deliberately made it fast.
Yeah. I've made a bunch of slow songs, a bunch of short songs before. I mean, like...
That's the way things are going now.
It really is. It really is. TikTok's ruined us, man.
Oh, yeah. People with, like, goldfish attention spans.
Even sometimes, like, I'll, like, be writing a song or whatever, and I'll do, like, a chorus, verse, chorus, and I'll be like, well, it's 2 minutes and 45 seconds now. Like, I've basically... It's not like that I don't care, I don't want to write another verse. I'm like, I feel like I've gotten out of this what I need to, and I've got the message across, and that it's been... You can listen to this and think it's a cool song.
Yeah.
Like, second verses and bridges and all that stuff are very cool, and I have songs that have, like, cool guitar breaks, and, like, like that new one, Never Enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a guitar break in it. But, I think there's a time and a place, but not every song has to be a 7-minute Stairway to Heaven. Like, you can have a 2-minute song. Like, another... I'm not sure... I'm not... Probably this isn't, like, the start of it, but, like, XXX Tentacion, like, had a bunch of songs that were, like, 2-minute songs. I'm trying to think of...
Or even, like, a minute.
Yeah, like a minute and
that
30
big
seconds.
album, a bunch of songs were like a minute long.
And, like, hits. You know what I mean? And people will listen to it 4 times in a row. And, like, you're like, wait a minute. Hold on. He's onto something there. Like, that's actually... Like,
if you're able to get the point across... 4 times
the amount of streams that...
Yeah. If you are able to get the point across in a minute, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah.
What?
What I'm saying is I think it could be done tastefully. I think I do like longer songs, and I like songs that you can, like, sit down and just vibe out for a few minutes, too.
Oh, yeah.
But without, like, switching up the vibe with a different song. But I think shorter songs can be done tastefully.
Well, people back in the 50s knew what they were doing, but also on top of that, it was literally like, no one was going 3.5 minutes until like the 70s.
Yeah.
It was like, you're radio ready. All right, 3.5 minutes, cool.
But even, like, I'll listen to songs sometimes now, like, just the two of us, Grover Washington Jr.
The extended
and,
version?
like, yeah, the extended version.
Yeah.
And, like, I get into the saxophone solo, and I'm like, hey, this is sweet. And then, like, 30 seconds into the saxophone solo, I'm like, that's enough saxophone, actually. I think I'm good. And he keeps going. He keeps going, man. It's like a minute and a half of saxophone solo. And you're like, all right, like, I like a good sax solo, but that's too much. Like, and maybe that's just, like, our attention span has been ruined, and that was totally acceptable back in the day. But even me, I'm like, I love music. And even that's too much for me. Like, and then they go into the flute solo after that. You're like, okay, come on.
It's like, yes.
Who do you think you are?
Jethro Tull, obviously. No. But no, you say that, and then I listen to Money for Nothing.
Yeah.
8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Start to finish.
It doesn't have to be.
Yes, it does. It's Mark Knopfler. It's Dire Straits. Of course it has to be 8.5 minutes. It's great, though, because it's like...
It's a great song. No, don't
like
get me wrong.
It's almost 2 minutes of just synth noise.
Yeah.
And it just progressively builds up. And then the song itself is like 5 minutes. And then it's just a bunch of solo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. It's just the riff is just badass. That's why I love it so much.
The riff is badass, man. It's
bro,
a great
I fucking
song.
play that live. Bro, oh, I love playing it live. It's like, all right. Here's a real man song. And just dive into it. It's like...
Yeah, you got all the solos down?
I got the solo at the end, it's 4 run-throughs. I only got the first run-through and the 4th run-through. of like the main riff.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing on the second and third. I don't have perfect pitch.
I feel like there's some room to play around with it there. Like you don't have to.
That's why I let the other guitarists do that. I'll do to record.
Yeah.
He improvises.
Yeah, right.
So I'll do what I know, what I hear to record, and I go, okay, cool, swag. And then what I'll do is I'll do start. He'll do the next 2 run-throughs, and I'll do last run-through.
Right.
And then Sting's part comes in, and the singer will sing again. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. It's such a fun fucking song, dude.
It's a great song, man.
Is there ever, like, oh, what song do you have that you're just like, yeah?
Yeah, I get. Honestly, like, for the longest time, and when I was, like, first getting into rap music, I was listening to, like, you know, Eminem and 50 Cent and all that kind of stuff. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and getting really into that kind of stuff. And then, like, I remember, like, hearing Young Thug for the first time and was like, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't understand what he's saying. It's not that good. And then, like, not recently, but probably, like, maybe a year or 2 ago, I heard, like, Pick Up the Phone by Young Thug, and I was like, oh, this actually makes sense to me. Like, something about that song is just, it feels of, like, a very polished, complete piece of thing, and it's like his vocals are almost like a small part of what makes that song so cool. Everything is just kind of so cohesive, and I don't know, it's a really good song. If you haven't heard that song, I would recommend listening to it.
You know what's a funny meme, though?
Yeah.
Remember when Lifestyle came out?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I
I still listen to that song. I still listen to that song.
I freaking love that
I don't
song.
know. Nobody knows what he's saying.
That's what you live life like a beginner. This is only the beginning.
Yeah, whatever.
You gotta slur it though. You gotta slur it though.
Living life like a beginner, and this is only the beginning. Yeah.
Honestly, I love. Anytime he's on a feature
Good,
as well.
Man. It's good.
Like
Yeah.
Havana by Camila Cabello.
That's great. Yeah.
Jeffrey. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What song was he on?
Free Thug, man. Great. I don't know. Like.
Okay, he was on that song with Ariana Grande and Pharrell Williams. It was a Calvin Harris song.
Okay. Yeah. What's that one called?
I think it's called Release.
Yeah.
It was on
I know what
it was
you
on
mean.
Funkwave Bounces Volume 1.
Right.
Let me see. Calvin Harris. I have it saved. Yes, sir. Funkwave Bounces Volume 2. Not that good.
No, yeah.
I listened to Funkwave Bounces Volume 2 and I go, it's not the same.
Yeah.
2017 was a fucking vibe, dude.
Yeah.
2022 was
wasn't
not
it?
a vibe.
It was.
Heat Stroke. Release. Let
Now,
go.
actually, here's a really good one. Man, I've been grinding this song so damn much. Silk Sonic, I'm sure you
Yes,
know
sir.
about it. You like Silk Sonic? All
Yes,
right,
Bruno
okay,
Mars
cool.
and Anderson .Paak, baby.
It's a great little combo. And I love a lot of stuff that they do. My favorite one that they've done so far is called Fly As Me. Have you heard it?
I played that live in a band.
It is so good. It's so funky, and it's just such a fun song, man.
Oh, I know how to play it. It's great.
I'm yelling in my car to that song. Like, it's great, man.
Meet me halfway there. I fucking love that.
Ooh.
I deserve to be somebody else fly as
Great lyrics, man.
me.
Great lyrics. Great vibe.
It's just sexy, dude.
I love the whole. It gives it's got a retro feel to it, in the part where if you don't know what we're talking about, and they have spell it out there. That's so cool, man. I love that whole thing.
Well, Anderson .Paak just has a signature drum sound.
Oh, it's good.
Which
man.
is, we have advanced in technology, right? But it just sounds 60s.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
The drums are slightly dead, and you got
If it ain't
this.
broke, man, he's got a good drum sound.
Oh, and the fact that he's rapping while playing drums.
Yeah.
I will say though, Fly As Me, that was Bruno Mars' brother. That wasn't him.
Yeah.
That was not him.
No.
Go listen to the drums and tell me you think he can rap and do that. Because there's especially where the part you're talking about, the bridge.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
He's doing crazy things with the ride cymbal.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way he's rapping and singing that. No way.
Man, the tiny you've definitely seen the Anderson .Paak Tiny Desk concert.
Oh, that was horny as fuck.
Man, that angers me. It's just how can you be so good at doing both of those at the same time? Like I can practice. I play the drums and I play guitar as well, and I can practice a song and get it to a point where it's just I'm sure that's what he's doing, but it still is I'm I can do it, but it's one of them is going to suffer. Like either the drums are going to have a little less groove or swag to them, or the vocals are going to be like I'm going to be putting more attention into one or the other. But he just seems to have them both down, and that just is so cool.
He's secretly 50. No, kidding. He's pushing 40, isn't he?
Is he? Yeah.
Gotta be.
You
Jamie,
heard
look
his,
that up. No,
his
okay.
new stuff with I don't know if it's new stuff. It's been a month or two since it came out, but with Fred again.
Oops.
Fred again?
Who's Fred again?
Fred again, he's like an EDM, does a lot of drum and bass stuff, but he's a producer. You gotta look into Fred again. He's great. But it's EDM stuff.
The only thing like similar to what I've heard, I know Freddie Dredd.
It's not quite the same.
No, that's not the same.
No, it's really cool. There's an Apple interview out there. It's Fred again, and he just kind of like breaking down his whole process of how he does this stuff, and it's amazing to see it like on the spot, live, like using drum loops and things like that. But he's doing it all live, and it's a really cool thing to see. I like DJs that do stuff live.
Speaking of live, Dijon.
Yeah.
You fuck with Dijon?
Yeah, I don't know a ton of their work, but I do. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a couple songs.
Well, he's only got the one album.
Yeah.
But the lead single off the album many times.
Yeah.
That
one's cool.
That one completely flooded my Instagram.
I don't think I've listened to the whole album. To be honest, I should go and listen to that.
I was sadly let down.
Mm.
And many times was the only one that I liked on the album.
Yeah.
I listened to all the other ones, and I was like, man, what the fuck? And then I listened to it again, I was like...
Underwhelming, yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to give this another chance. I'm going to listen to it again. Mm-hmm. No. No. Many times was just so good, though.
Yeah.
It was funky, it was live, it was human, and I was like... Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to go listen to that album.
But mostly the album is literally just like, the mixer is like right there. He's mixing live. You can hear like the things jingle off his vest. Yeah, like it's live,
that's
live.
Cool. That's cool.
I'm like...
Speaking of new albums, man, you heard Glorilla's new album?
Whomst?
Oh, man, you gotta hear this, dude. It's great.
Bro, you're hitting me with all these names, and I feel old as hell.
No, I mean, it's like, you're less into rap stuff than I am, but like, this is just, she's been doing stuff for a while, but she's just kind of recently going viral and becoming a bit of a hit. And her new album, I can't remember what her album's even called, but there's a bunch of great songs on there. What is the new album called? Glorilla new album. Glorious. Great album. Check it out.
Glorious?
Glorious by Glorilla.
Glorilla.
Glorilla. Very cool.
Right off the bat, GLO just already gave me some. Glorious. Bonus track edition.
It's good, man. It's really good.
Oh, she's popular enough that her cover art is animated.
Yeah?
She's popular enough, I guess. Dolby
No,
Atmos.
she's big.
She's
big now, man. She's getting pretty big.
16
and honestly,
tracks. Let's go.
I've heard her songs in the past and was kind of like, yeah, this is cool. Not really for me. Heard the new album. Oh man, I'm a fan now.
I gotta listen to this.
Honestly, I would really like to see her live. I think it would be a really cool live set.
Speaking of seeing people live, have you ever played live?
Yeah, I've played live quite a few times. Yeah.
Are you with the Because every time I see hip hop and rap shows, it's always like a big cascade of artists. They're like 8 to 10 artists per live show.
That's the thing, man. I mean, with hip hop, it's like it involves so much. I guess it depends like what kind of thing you're doing, but a lot of rap and hip hop and pardon me, it takes so much out of you that it's hard to do more than like an hour, like any more than 45 minutes to an hour without having like help, like Classified will do this interesting stuff where like he'll have like sing along stuff and like he'll play like old songs like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre songs like during his set.
Oh yeah,
and that's a cool way to kind of, you've seen him live. That's a great way to like not provide filler but to kind of flesh out the set a little bit. And but it's difficult, man. If you're going full out and rapping the whole time, it's difficult to do a long time. You're definitely not doing. There's no 3-hour rap sets, so you got to get. Yeah, let's do this, man. Well, actually. People can go for a long time, but like it's hard to do all that and bring the energy. Well, I don't know. It's just a lot of words per minute, man.
Ritalin.
Like, yeah.
Ritalin.
Yeah.
Or Vyvanse.
Yeah. That's the secret, man. I think that's the secret.
Or Adderall. There you go. Just something to focus.
Yeah, but yeah, I've performed live quite a few times. Most recently was I opened for Mad Child at the Marquee Ballroom. That was
Oh shit! When
that
was
was
that?
really cool. That was when was that? It was a couple months ago. That was very very cool. I opened for Mad Child again the year before, and it was cool that they had me back. And funnily enough, December 1st, I'm opening up for Swollen Members at the Dome.
Oh,
So if you're listening to this, December 1st, get
December
your
1st.
tickets.
Are the tickets
Should
out
be-
now?
Yeah, they're out now. They're out now.
Oh, I
Actually,
gotta go on the Dome's Instagram page to
if
find
you
this.
contact me, they gave me a book of tickets. They're like actual physical tickets, and
Oh.
if you get them online, like Eventbrite wants to take like $6 a ticket. You hit me up. I got tickets for like you save a few dollars on that. So if you wanted to come, I got like some physical tickets. Goes for anybody listening to this too. If you're in Nova Scotia,
fucking-
hit me up, especially if you're in Halifax.
Let me
I'll
know.
drop a ticket off to you.
I'll say
You
word.
save a few dollars.
How much are the tickets again? Sorry.
I think $40 was the ticket.
Oh.
But Swollen Members is cool. It's dope that they're back together, that they're doing stuff, and it was really cool of them to invite me as an opener for the Halifax stop of the tour, because they're doing the Bury the Hatchet tour. I don't know if this is their last one or what the deal is there, but
Well, hearing "Bury the Hatchet," you think that?
yeah,
Sounds like
it sort
awesome.
of would make sense if that was their last one. I mean, they're getting up there. The guys are getting a bit older,
I'm
but
searching for this. Where the fuck is it? It's not even up on the Dome website yet.
no.
No.
I've seen the advertisements for it on Instagram.
Like the farthest they got on the Dome right now is Certified Saturdays, November 30th.
Yeah, really.
I don't even see it. What the fuck?
Swollen Members Bury the Hatchet Halifax. Bury the Hatchet Halifax. I think they got exclaims talking about it and stuff. Yeah, I don't. Here we go. If you scroll down far enough, you just see the Eventbrite link.
Oh, I gotta look at that again. Hold on
That's
a
the
second.
one here. Never mind. Sorry. If you get the tickets online right now, let's see what they are right now. So the general admission is $53.68. So you definitely want to be hitting me up and getting these $40 tickets. I got them on the low. I got them on the low. Hit me up like that. Come on, man.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna save $13. Jesus Christ.
Give me a contact. Yeah, and actually, if you buy the tickets through the link that I have on, I'll put it on my in my Instagram bio. Then it tells them that I sent you. So I'd really appreciate that.
Everybody, go DM at snez.raw
Yeah.
on Instagram.
I'll send you the link.
and get you those $13 less cheaper tickets.
I'll have the link in my bio to get them online. But yeah, give me a DM. I got about 40 of these left of the actual physical tickets. Should be a cool show though, man.
I want to. December 1st?
December 1st.
Sunday.
This Sunday.
A Sunday.
It was on a Thursday last time.
Okay.
Thursday was like an interesting one. Interesting crowd comes out on Thursday.
Thursdays and Sundays I find are weird.
Yeah, sort of. It's
But,
a hard one because people are working the next day and stuff, so like it's hard to.
Oh, 100%, dude.
But it's not gonna go too late, and it's gonna be a good time. So
What's it going to, like, what, 8 to 11 or something like that?
probably something like that. I don't know.
Swag, dude.
They sort of fly kind of loose. They're not super rigid about their start times or whatever. The first 2 times, Mad Child showed up like an hour late for each one, so.
Gross.
They're pretty relaxed about it. Well, honestly, I like it's cool that he does that because it actually gives the openers a bit of a chance to open to some people in the room. By the time that you go on, you're kind of half late, so the room's already filling up, and that's pretty cool. So can't say I mind it, to be honest.
Fair.
And I met Mad Child. He's a dope guy, very nice fella. Robbie G, who is on tour with him, is a really cool dude too. Yeah. All around good group of guys.
So, like, and is it true that, like, every hip-hop artist has the DJ off to the side?
I don't. I mean, they have the DJ Dow Jones goes on tour with them. Also a really dope guy. And, he'll just spin the tracks for you. I don't really have... I'm sure if I get to a certain point, I'd have a DJ and have kind of, like, cool scratch and stuff going on and have him... find a way to work him into the show in some way. But, yeah, I don't find that I need a DJ.
So you run your whole set by yourself?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta have somebody that's pressing play on your tracks, but like the need for a DJ that's like up on stage and like bopping his head the whole time. It's kind of like it's cool to have somebody up on stage like that, but I wouldn't say it's
the hype man, dude.
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't say it's entirely necessary. I basically like when I go on stage, I hate what I should say hate's a strong word, but I kind of dislike what's going on in rap where it seems like a lot of the bigger artists, I'm not going to throw names around, but a lot of the bigger artists will kind of just like play their whole mixed track, vocals and everything, and then they'll be like yelling over it. And like that's cool because you can take breaks and be your own hype man and be like, you know, cheering things on and yelling out to the crowd. But I do really like the old kind of style artistry of just like
name drop. I don't give a fuck,
doing
dude.
It, man.
Classified
just like actually doing it. Yeah, he actually does it.
Ice Spice does it. Young Gravy does it.
Yeah.
Which is wild because I was like, Young Gravy, you're really gonna do that?
It's cool, man. I like that. It's like an old school way of doing it, but it's.
No, I mean like they have their vocals on.
Like they have their vocals. Yeah.
Ice Spice does it. Young Gravy does it. Has their vocals on. Like they'll just yell over it. X did it.
Yeah.
Little Pump did it. Tekashi 6ix9ine did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like.
And it's a perfectly viable way of doing it, but I've taken a different route. I want to be able to just kind of do it by myself, and I'm all for having like, you know, I'll keep like vocal doubles and ad libs and stuff in there so it still maintains some of that energy, but the whole vocal's been pulled out of it, and I'm kind of doing that all live, which I think is
that's what I do with backing
coolest
tracks.
way to do it.
So you know, the band jamming through the night, we're backing tracks as well. So like the only things that are pulled out from the mix are vocals and the instruments that are played.
Yeah.
That's it, and then so it's always drums and keyboard.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
And then we just bounce around like Blue R's Fly to have some energy, you know, because like half the band is digital, you know, non-existent.
Of course, yeah.
So basically, the sound guy becomes a fourth band member, you know.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of sound, our main guy. Have you ever met? He goes by a stage name Black on Beige.
No.
Adam Greencorn.
No.
No, you look a lot like him.
Yeah.
You look a lot like him.
Doesn't ring a bell. He's around here. He's local.
Yeah, he does a lot of raves on Saturdays now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
So like,
where would those be?
You know what? I don't know. I never asked.
Raves on Saturdays.
There's always raves on Saturdays, and I've never asked.
There's a very select few places where that could be.
Yeah, I won't even know.
Well, is he Halifax or like is he?
He's Halifax. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's always It's come to the point where he like cannot be my sound guy anymore.
Is that a Marquee thing? Is he doing it to Marquee?
No idea. I think
they do a lot of rave
Marquee
stuff
or
there.
Seahorse, one of the two.
Yeah.
But he's one of the guys that are
there.
like in charge of the raves now.
Right. Yeah.
But it's come to the point where I'm like, damn, I don't have Adam as my sound guy anymore.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, well, aren't you a sound guy? Can't you just like do your mix? And I was like, yeah, I can, but with backing tracks going on,
you can't sound check and mix your own
You
vocals
can't-
at the same time, man.
you
know.
can't mix your own backing tracks at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, if I had you,
I'd show up, man.
you'd show. Yeah. So literally, it would just be this, and just dial everything in.
Yes.
We'd fucking pay you too.
That's the part that I'm good at, man.
We'd pay you too.
Yeah, I got a good ear. I could
Thank
definitely do
God.
that. I could definitely do that.
There is a spot also for headphones in there too.
Yeah.
Definitely unnecessary for a live mix, but there is a control room.
Yeah.
Which is basically a fancy way to
I
say
like using headphones
monitors.
for live mixes.
There is also a PFL on here.
Oh, nice.
2 different submixes. They're stereo submixes. I just run through the mains. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But you ever met Braden Lightfoot?
No, but that sounds very familiar.
He's also another sound guy as well.
Right.
Adam was unavailable, and I was like, guys, I need a sound guy. And someone was like, you ever heard of Braden Lightfoot? I'm like, I'll talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I had him for a show in July. I was like, yo, can you come to the Buffalo Club and do sound? He's like, got you.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. I'm like, here is $67.
And a drink ticket.
Yeah, I wish the drink ticket, but Buffalo Club is not that hype.
No.
But
I like Buffalo Club though, man.
You ever been there?
I have. Yeah. Like I said, I was doing some work with Dylan Jewers. Just kind of doing some work on the business side and also working sound. I did a bunch of sound at the Woodside Tavern, which was cool. They just got it's a fun little room.
Yeah.
I like that place. It's cool. I feel like
Dartmouth's version of Gus's, I should say.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Like I feel like being a sound tech, like a live sound tech, and then also doing a lot of my own mixing and mastering it gives you a cool take on recording the vocals, and it lets you have more control, and I feel like that's been kind of instrumental into crafting the way I sound today. Is just getting really into the tech side of it and having a lot of fun with that.
100%, dude.
I can you visualize a way that you want the song to sound in your head when you're tracking the vocals or when you're singing it or writing it, and it's hard to express that to somebody. It's cool just like giving it to a producer that knows what they're talking about and being like, do your thing, make this sound like however your vision is, you know what I mean, and we can work together on this. But there's something really special about just like sitting down, grinding it out, and getting it to where you want it to sound, exactly what you want it to sound like by yourself, down and dirty, to all your own two hands kind of thing. So yeah,
it's since I got this compressor, I'll tell you right now, life has become so much easier.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Because right off the bat, it's de-essing
Yeah.
and it's compressing.
Yeah.
So automation is not a hassle anymore.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that I always found jarring when it came to vocals. Like, great, I gotta automate.
Yeah.
But now it's the fact it's like, oh wow, I don't have to do much.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then I just grab a de-esser and the plug-in, like just a digital plug-in just to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, I am not hearing a damn thing. Like, that is not doing any gain reduction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I will say, though, what's crazy is when I was mixing Skatey's stuff, Skatey did not need a de-esser.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't use it. I didn't have this piece of equipment
She's
yet.
taking off mic or whatever. Like she's not.
No, she is like
She's up
right
there.
up front.
She's up there.
Yeah.
She doesn't need a de-esser. That's
no
interesting.
sibilance.
That's interesting.
I was like, whoa. And I was like, is it because the accent or like what's going on here?
That is very interesting.
Because when we first did it, the first mix that we had was this one right here. Just 2 channels going in, EQ, compression, inboard, small room, reverb.
Yeah.
Left and right just going into the 1 and 2 here.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know, you get a mix of these inboard preamps and you get the Gen 3 preamps.
Yeah.
Because I didn't put these, what do you call it, adapters on for 1/4 inch.
Right.
I should have to just let these preamps do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was mixing, I was like, I don't even need a de-esser.
Yeah.
I don't need a de-esser.
That's pretty cool.
And it was for the other 2 shows, like the YAC and the Sunkissed Stories.
Yeah, yep.
I was like, I don't need a de-esser on Skatey's voice.
No.
That's incredible.
Hmm.
Producers would love that.
Yeah.
They don't gotta worry, right? Just take care of like the peaks and just like automate the peaks down, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was beautiful. I was like, it's making my life easy, bro.
That's pretty cool.
Subtractive EQ,
cool.
don't need a de-esser anymore. Compress, additive EQ, saturate, done.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
I've managed to get by recording a lot of my music like the cheapest way possible. I mean, I love. I mean, it's kind of ruined the industry how accessible everything is now. I mean, there's but I love that it kind of got me my start. I mean, I recorded my first few songs that you can listen to, like Popeye, Hawkeye. Still is doing pretty good numbers on Spotify and whatever, and it's got, I think, over 10,000 or 15,000 views across all the platforms.
Get it, dude.
Made that shit on GarageBand, dog.
Bet.
All native plugins, didn't download a damn thing. Made the whole thing on GarageBand. And even for like the couple years after that, like I was using like some Waves plugins and like a couple of UAD things, but like that was basically it. And like it was a lot of just like Logic Pro native stuff. Honestly, you could get by doing it. Like you can make some pretty alright sounding stuff just with like the stuff that Logic Pro. People are gonna be pissed at me for saying this, but the stuff that Logic Pro gives you. I'm a big tech nerd now, and I got a lot of plugins now. But like, man, you don't need that much. You know, it's surprising how little you need to make. Like, there's people worry too much about and get way too much into the tech stuff. And there's a kid out there who's on his mom's Dell laptop. Or like his phone, he's on BandLab, and he's gonna make a song, and it's gonna sound better than yours. So like, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Have fun with it, but don't get too into the tech stuff, man. If there's any takeaway from this podcast, it's just like, you can do stuff with less, You
Oh
can
my God, yeah.
I mean, like, there's so many cool songs that were recorded so simply. Like, did you watch that thing with like, Gorillaz? And it was like Feel Good Inc. was like a keyboard. It's like a Yamaha.
It was Clint Eastwood. It was done on a keyboard with a little like cute little keyboard on the looper.
It was just their default rock loop.
Yep.
And that was their whole drums for the song and their chords for
And
the
he
song.
starts doing the rap verse, and it's just
Yeah.
the interviewer's losing it, laughing.
Because it's hilarious. He did it on like a royalty-free little whatever drum mixer, sampler, looper thing.
Bars.
Yeah, great, man. That stuff's so cool.
I love it.
Simplicity is an art, and I think that the best producers and the best musicians, and they can do things with like 4 sounds. You know, even Timbaland, like if you listen to him in interviews and stuff, like he'll say the same thing. It's like the best producers can like make a good song that has 4 sounds that sound like it has a million sounds.
Oh my god,
And,
yes.
I think simplicity is important in music.
Here's what I like, simple. Well, every track mostly, if it's like instruments or something, it's going to have 2 plugins. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Vocals, you're gonna need a little more.
Yeah, of course.
But it's always EQ and compressor. That's it. Never anything else.
No, yeah, you're not. You're not running through preamps or.
Well,
Of course.
there's my preamps.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously I'll plug in my preamp.
Yeah.
And I'll deliberately, if I'm miking a guitar amp, I use the TPS2.
Right. Okay.
And then my vocal chain is the MPA2 with the Trans Y.
Right. Okay.
Done. And I just don't compress on the guitars. I'll just do that in there. And
Yeah, no.
like the individual channels, if there's like multiple guitar channels, I just throw them in a bus and mix the bus. I'll mix in parallel. I won't even touch the channels.
Yeah.
Unless there's something deliberately bad.
Yeah.
Then I'll do some surgical stuff. But everything is mixed in parallel.
Yeah, babe.
And it just gets the job done. It's great.
Yeah.
What's funny is, you see that little orange amp right there?
Yeah.
That thing's loud.
Oh yeah, Orange makes great little amps, man.
It 1 tube, and it's loud as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I did Sweater Weather 2, it was that amp. And, well, I had 2 gobos. One of them's broken, and I've just been so lazy to fix it.
Yeah.
But had on the amp stand, had one of that gobo on the wall, and another gobo 90 degrees from it.
Yeah.
I didn't have any foam padding on the walls yet. Put just a 57 and a ribbon mic for make time. And my friend Cam Hayes goes, he's like, what did you do differently?
Yeah.
It's like, this is the best home recording I've ever heard. Like, what did you do differently? I was like, I had gobos.
Yeah.
He's like, what are gobos? I show him a picture, and he's like, oh, those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
These things are great. Like, do not... Like, if you ever have the opportunity to get gobos, though I got those 2 for $200.
Yeah. Okay.
And I love using them.
Yeah.
Especially on open backs. It's great. Put one of them behind the open back. Because if on an open back amp, you're losing all the warmth from the back.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So if you quickly throw it and capture it, I mean, you could throw a mic in the back as well to capture all your warmth. But then it's like, oh, I gotta mirror it, I gotta flip the phase, gotta make sure everything's pretty, you know.
Yeah.
Or just throw a gobo in the back.
Call it a day.
Yeah, and then just like, I turn your volume up a little more and you get some warmth, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it's always 2 mics. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll either run a ribbon if I'm feeling stodgy, but it's always 57 and a pencil.
Okay. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And I'll always run the large diaphragms for vocals. Bass, I don't even use an amp. I did, but I don't even use an amp anymore.
No. Yeah.
Just straight DI.
Huh.
And that's it. There's this cool plugin, though. I gotta show you this. I've been using this all the time now. You ever seen ads for Safari pedals?
No.
Oh, man. So I've been using Safari pedals like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So what they do is they make these just pedals based on animals, right?
Okay.
And then like something is like it's animal related. So like one of the things was called like rabbit tape,
Right. Right.
and it was like just a tape saturation,
Yeah.
but with like rabbit ears. Done, right? And let me just see if this is still going. And yeah, she's still going. Cool. So if I go over to this song I'm working on, this is a cowboy tune I'm working on. I'll just open up the camel strip.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Camel strip.
It's a channel strip.
Yeah. Ah,
It looks like
yeah.
with camels. This thing is incredible. Shout out Safari pedals.
Yeah, it's good.
So what it is, it obviously looks like a guitar pedal. It is input drive, which is tape saturation.
Yeah.
You have a VU meter, which is your input and swap to the compression with the GR. 3-band EQ. You can swap between 3 different EQs. an EQ1A, which is a tube EQ, and then you have two British style consoles, 73 and a 4K.
Yeah, right.
And then the compressor, you can swap between three. You got a Fairchild tube EQ, you got an LA2A and a 1176.
Yeah.
Springer plate reverb, I never fucking use those. Hard and soft gate, done. And then an output volume. There is an oversampling as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Which is crazy. And when I'm working on this cowboy stuff, what I want now is to make it sound old.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So you're all going to have that tape saturation on there.
I'm going to look into Safari pedals. That actually sounds pretty cool. I could get behind something like that.
And they got a lot more than that.
Yeah,
The Rabbit tape is one of them, which is just a tape distortion. They brought out this one called the Cobra Fuzz, which is basically like, it's an emulation of this old Fender Fuzz pedal.
Yeah.
And it's great. Oh, they're like one of their presets was like for like pick playing on bass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just disgustingly good.
Yeah.
There's a handful of them. Like if I open up ad, like you automatically get all of them, but you only have the download code for the one you paid for. You will immediately get all of them though.
Huh.
So like Camel Strip, Cobra Fuzz, Dirty Dog Reverb, Dragon EQ, Flamingo Verb,
Oh, that's cool.
Fox Echo Chorus, Gorilla Drive. Yeah, you get all Ladybug Reverb, which is weird. That reverb has a compressor on it.
Okay.
Which is wild. Their Owl Control is a really cool compressor that I'd love to get my hands on.
Yeah.
Same as the Rabbit tape. But those would be the only ones that I would get after that.
Yeah, right.
But this guy just gets the job done.
Yeah.
It's friggin' great. I love this on the and there's also a width option on there too.
Yeah, okay.
Put the width all the way up, and it's just I mean, it looks cartoonish and corny, but that's the whole premise. I friggin' love it, dude. And it just
look into that more,
it
man.
sounds great.
I'm gonna look into
Safari,
that more.
shout out Safari Pedals for making like awesome gimmicky effects and plugins. Like, it's friggin' great.
Yeah.
Then you can get it done. Like, you can literally do your whole friggin' like next song with just the Camel Strip.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's got like a wave of presets.
That's pretty cool.
So you could be like, oh, use this kick, or like, oh, use this snare, or use this hi-hat.
Yeah.
Or there's literally one that's in like all caps. It says put this on bass.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll put this on
You
bass.
gotta put it on bass, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I see why they wanted that on bass.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great, and it's like I also have another one. This one's actually free, and I'll see if I can send it to you. I'll even pull it up right now. It is, if I just open an effects channel here, and I think it's in. So where the hell is it? It's somewhere. Bear with me, I don't got my glasses on. I know it's here because I freaking use it. Shaniv. There we go.
Shaniv.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rupert Neve stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you have a mic. You have
they're ripping it off there.
Yeah. You have a mic pre. Oh, it even tells you the chain itself.
Yeah, right.
So it goes mic pre with cute little EQs here.
Mm-hmm.
High pass and low pass filter, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then a boost and two shelves for 110K.
I'm writing that down.
Chan Eve.
I mean, even if it's like not that good, it's cool to have.
Oh, it's friggin' good. Oh my god, I used this on one of my friend's songs. Friggin' incredible.
Yeah.
De-esser. Right off the bat, de-esser. Equalizer.
Yeah.
And then, so you have your high pass filter, your low pass filter. You have shelves that can be turned into bands. And it is basically a 4-band EQ.
Right.
Compressor. The only thing is, there's no attack.
Right, okay.
It is ratio, release, gain, and your mix, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, you have limiter.
Yeah.
Then you have tape saturation.
Yeah.
And an output volume as well. So, and that's the order. Pre, DS, EQ, comp, limiter, tape.
Oh, nice.
And it's just so tasty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and get that.
Yeah, this was free.
Yeah. I mean, you may as well, dude.
You know what else is also a good one that I use all the time?
You ever do OTT?
I had OTT.
Yeah,
I don't
man,
use it.
like,
I
nah.
don't use it anymore.
It's a hilarious little thing, man.
Oh, it's adorable. But here's another one that I also use. This is what I first started to use for a de-esser. Then I realized Reaper has a free de-esser.
Yeah.
So this one I was starting to work with de-essers too. I was like, just getting to around like 2 and 3. Great, right? And this I use this compressor all the time, and I love this compressor. ADHD Audio Tools, the leveling tool. Now, do you know who Andrew Huang is?
No.
You don't know who Andrew Huang is?
Andrew Huang.
Okay, he's a YouTuber and he's a big sound and mix guy.
Okay.
He's put out so much songs, it's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a video, top 10 best free plugins.
Yeah.
And this was on it.
Okay.
So I immediately downloaded Leveling Tool ADHD, and this has not done me wrong at all.
Really?
It is, right off the bat, you have a gain reduction or output meter. I always keep on gain reduction. You have a high pass filter. I just keep it at 100 always. 75% drive. Obviously, you can. They're trims. You can adjust the trims however you want. Your gain and peak reduction are defaulted at 35%. That gain is so goddamn loud.
Yeah.
Anything above 20 is loud.
Yeah.
So like if you run it on a master, you have to put that like below 20.
Yeah, right.
Ratio goes from 2 to infinity.
That's cool, man. I'm gonna write this down too. I want
ADHD
this one.
leveling tool.
I'm copping this one too.
Oh yeah. This is basically like it's a tube comp. Basically.
Yeah.
I love it.
Leveling tool. Oh, that's sweet, man. Nice. You get me a couple free plugins. I'm definitely gonna go download.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. I
tight.
friggin' love this.
That's
I
tight.
start using this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's one, but I don't like using waves anymore. It was this guy right here, which was, where the hell is it? H-Comp Stereo by Waves.
Yeah, I like that one.
You have it?
I have it, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I was going to be like, oh, I don't want to put you through the hassle of trying to find this.
No.
But I like the digital to analog. I get that
I got
little
most
bit
of the stuff that Waves has made because it's all just so affordable and it's so good.
Didn't they switch to like subscription services?
They did start to switch to.
Gross.
I think they do both at the moment. It's not just subscription,
This
but they
was
do
free.
have a subscription.
I got this one for free, so I'm happy.
Man, you saw the UAD had like a 3 months all native plugins, 99 cents.
Oh.
I was like, well, yeah, give me that.
There was a tape saturation
Take my money.
one.
What?
There was a free tape saturation for April.
Yeah.
And I just don't remember my iLok number, so
Oh yeah.
so I can't open UAD's iLok
man.
manager because I can't put in I don't remember my iLok number.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get angry comments like, how do you not know your iLok? It's like because I did it in 2015, and I don't remember. Okay. What's another fancy one that I have here? If I go to VST3, this guy, my amp simulator and my amp sim and impulse response for guitars. It's great. And there's one more which is friggin' crazy hilarious. Sans amp.
I haven't seen this one.
Do you know what a Sans amp is?
No.
So Sans amp is
Maybe.
basically something for for a bass.
Okay.
So it's got like a DI option as well. And these are basically all bass. Level, drive, you got 2-band EQ, presence, and a blend.
Right.
That is a Sans amp.
Oh.
And it's just funny that it was just like, my friend and mentor was like, yeah, this is free. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean it's free? So I immediately downloaded it and I was like, yeah, dude, friggin', I'm gonna start putting this on bass. And it just hits you with like a modern, like tingy sound.
Yeah.
Which like you hear in metal.
Right.
So I was like, if I ever do heavy metal,
That's the
that's
one.
that's the one right there.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh man, it's great, you know, just like bouncing off of everybody and just like being like, oh, you ever tried this or you ever tried this?
Yeah.
But and it's always great when you got like good plugins for like free.
Yeah.
I freaking love that. Oh man, and it's just like once you stick with them, all reliable, you just never like man, my mix is like set in stone. I just like pop it up. It's like, all right, I know what to do with this.
Yeah.
Friggin' done.
Like I will put the Waves C1 compressor on every vocal track that I will make for the rest of my life, probably.
Oh, shit.
I just like it. Just even have it on there just a little bit, just so I know it's on there. It's like, I don't know if it's comforting to me but like, I don't know. I just think it's good and it does the job. And yeah, you have that one?
No, I just
It's
for
so
waves.
basic,
I just
man,
have
but
the
it's-
H comp. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So what? Enlighten me. What is the C1 versus the H comp? What's the difference here?
It's just like, oh geez, to be honest with you, this is going to sound totally ignorant, but I have no idea. I mean, like, it's not that same kind of like analog style with like the knobs and whatever. It literally has your threshold and it's got the arc, and you can kind of just drag the attack and release. And
Is it one of those ones where it like shows you a picture of the knee?
yeah,
You can make your own knee.
yeah,
Okay, those are cool.
I do like those. Yeah,
I don't have those.
no,
I mean, the default compressor for Reaper is just REA comp,
yeah,
and it's just like you can do soft knee or hard knee, and I'm like,
yeah.
can I see what the knee looks like?
Nah, yeah, yeah.
No. The one time I've only ever seen the knee is when doing sound for Knox United Church.
Mhm.
I forget. I think they use X-Air or something like that for their digital mixer, and the compressor shows a gate.
Yeah.
Or it has a gate that you can see the activation of the gate,
Yeah,
and then for the compressor it shows you the knee,
yeah,
and it's like, okay, we're actually like I actually see what's going on instead of just like looking at the compressor and seeing like the gain reduction just go down when it needs to.
yeah.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
I like those, man. I was at a gig last night, sound tech gig at the Sanctuary Arts Center. That was a lot of fun. They had a poppy show, whole 7 vocalists and whole brass section.
Oh
and stuff
my
like that. It was a
God.
great time to mix that whole thing. Mixed it all on the Allen and Heath QU16.
Alan Heath.
My first time using the QU16. Read the manual for a couple hours right before the gig and just showed up there and figured it out. But it was cool, man, and it was a good time. I really liked that, but I was missing seeing the knee on the compressor. For sure.
Was it one with a screen? Did it have a
Yeah,
screen?
it did the whole digital thing with the
Oh
screen. Yeah.
shit.
It was cool, man. I like that. I like that little mixer. I mean, it's not little. It's a whole 16 channel mixer.
Oh Jesus.
But it's a cool mixer for sure.
I need to get into the digital. I'm so used to analog when it comes to mixers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I see like a mixer with a screen on it, I go, ah,
Part of me freaks out, but I mean, it's still just like
it's literally this.
exactly. I mean, like it's a simplified version of the things that you use on your computer. And
Yeah.
if you know how to work one mixer, if you read the manual, I mean, things are all laid out differently, but generally they all do roughly the same thing. I mean,
You saw me, like, you caught me with my friggin' pants down at the YAC. I was reading the manual how to record.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, how do I record here? And then it's just like, oh, wait, I gotta press this button. Oh, Skatey's
Yeah.
first song is not recorded.
yeah, there you go.
And then I literally just figured out how to, like, move songs to different folders.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like,
there you go. There you go. He's learning.
yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you show me some of those new songs you got?
Sure, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll send these to you. I just got the Dropbox links here.
I have Instagram on my PC. That'll be easy.
Yeah, okay. I'll just send them to your Instagram then.
A lot of people don't have Instagram on the PC, and there's people like, I'll make posts. They go, "Do you have a link?" I'm like, "It's Instagram. There's no hyperlinks." It's like, well, if people use PC, who's using PC Instagram?
All right, yeah, let me copy this link here. Yeah, we could do. I copied I've got 4 or 5 of these things that I could show you. We could probably just do 2 or 3, and then I'll get out of your hair here. I gotta get home and get some sleep.
I feel that. I gotta edit this, and then
We got work in the morning.
yep,
Yeah,
and then I gotta get this out for 6
Okay.
in the afternoon, 6 at night.
right.
Yeah,
Okay, I just sent one to you. You feel free to throw it on.
swag.
I'll send you 3 that are very different.
I'll quickly listen to it on the gram right here.
Yeah, dude.
Here. Dropbox.
Yeah, I mean, if you got your monitors hooked up to your PC and stuff over there.
Yeah, they're muted, but yeah.
You could put it on the monitors if you want. They are pretty rough demos.
Do I not have Dropbox on my... Oh, I do have Dropbox on my phone.
I don't think you even need to have Dropbox to
No,
just
it's telling me
stream
to
it.
open Dropbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah, lame. I'll sign back in.
I know on your computer you can just stream it on the website. You don't have to sign in or anything.
And
I'll get you
Gmail.
the sax one. It's really a trumpet, but...
Ooh.
There's that one. There you go.
Signing in, here we go.
Cool.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, security code as well. I haven't been on Dropbox on my phone forever.
I don't know why it's making you actually sign in for this stuff. Normally I can just kind of stream it online. Like,
sign in failed. Fuck you mean sign in failed? That's literally the code.
maybe try it on your computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it on my computer. Time to open up PC Instagram.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anyone use PC Instagram?
No, I mean I'm a Mac guy myself. I'll go on the Instagram
it's
website.
Something else. I mean, it's not something else. It's literally the same thing. And
Just looks like the website.
yeah, where are my DMs?
Yeah, there you go. I just sent you 3.
Oh,
Oh, you're on your You're
yeah, on
on
my band profile. I was like, what? Oh wait, hold on. I'm stupid. I can freaking do that. There we go.
There we go. Hang in there, folks.
Okay, let me see this. Snez. Let me put on these Sony headphones. Sax 7. I love this.
Sax 7 is cool. Yeah, that one's a bit of a harder, rappy one, but
Oh, say a word.
yeah, throw that one on.
Okay. Oh yeah, what's this one? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit abrasive there in the beginning, but I definitely won't keep that in the actual song. I started just warming up and forgot to edit it out. This is how rough these demos are.
Shit, I've been looking for a fuck to give since I was 18. I ain't into fashion, but I stay clean. Take big steps, cause I'm about my business. I'm just trying to shine so they hate me. Bitch, I posted up fresh to death shit. Sell all my clothes, fuck all my exes. Flow so sick, the beat got the flu. I ain't make it yet, I still count my blessings.
Bars.
Why you playing with me? Boy, you better watch what you saying to me. A wise man said, son, you better know your worth. And know my bars cost bands, I ain't playing for free. I've been posted up by my lonely. Fuck your opinions, don't even know me. One day I know we'll get my head right, but for now stay with that green like a Sobeys. But we get into it. Yeah, break it down. Yeah, I like the way you move it. You can find me getting faded, then a hoe. Give a fuck about a club. I be posted by my loan. I'm gonna walk up to the door. You can smoke, bitch, I might. I got a bag with some acid, I got a cup with some ice. I got a girl who say shit, I might just make him a wife. Boozy talking, I can take it, I don't want you to fight. I've been looking for a fuck to give since I was 18. I ain't into fashion, but I stay clean. Take big steps, cause I'm about my business. I'm just trying to shine so they hate me. Bitch, I posted up fresh to death shit. Sell all my clothes, fuck all my exes. Flow so sick, the beat got the flu. I ain't make it yet, I still count my blessings. So why you playing with me?
Yeah, that's it. Little chorus, verse, chorus. I'm out of there. See ya.
Why you playing with me? Hey, fuck what you heard, what you saying to me? Hey, come on.
God damn. God damn.
A little bit of a more like that one. I will do December 1st. That one's a good live one to do. It's fun as hell to do live.
Holy shit, that was fucking bars, dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna listen to these. I'm gonna listen to those freaking later. Holy shit.
The other couple ones are entirely different. They're entirely different.
Oh, they're not as horny as that?
Yeah, well, they're horny in other ways. You know? But no, yeah, they're different for sure. I'm kind of experimenting and just kind of playing around with things, and I'd like this for this EP to sort of just be a kind of like showcase of what I got in my back pocket. It's gonna be a whole mix match of different kind of things, but you know, I think I'm working on so many different kinds of things, and I think that I don't want to confine myself to a certain kind of music or a certain style of rap music, and I kind of want to just like have fun and play around with it and do different stuff. You know, I mean, X was able to do slow songs and harder songs, and you know, I would like to be able to do that too.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call that. Like, the more aggressive stuff, you could call that horrorcore, I guess. Like, Look at Me was borderline horrorcore.
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
just aggressive and saying
Yeah.
shit. But horrorcore is a lot of, like, saying, like, I'm going to assault you.
Yeah, and then you got
And-
like Moonlight, that's like
Yeah.
entirely different.
Yeah, it's like,
Or Garrett's Revenge. Have you heard that one?
no.
That one's very cool.
I heard Sad.
Yeah, Sad is good. Garrett's Revenge is really weird. I would listen to that one if I were you. It's just like the whole thing is just like him talking about how like his girl cheated on him and how he's gonna kill her and kill himself. It's like such a fucking
Oh, nice.
wild song, dude.
Oh,
it's
nice.
such a wild song.
Sounds friggin' wild.
It starts off
Jesus.
like, I dug 2 graves for us, my dear. Like, oh man, it's a creepy song, but it's very
Pause.
cool.
Hey, yo. Oh, man. No, it's been great talking to you, Mike.
Man, it's been great talking to you too, man. Thanks for having me.
It's good
This
to
was a
actually
dope
have
time.
like a real person here in like that does sound and like you can
Yeah.
actually like
Yeah.
talk Greek with them, you know. Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
great, you know.
I don't know. I'm barely keeping up with you here, but it's been cool, man. It's been cool, man. And I'm
Oh,
learning
man.
new stuff. I'm getting new free plugins to look at. So
Oh
this
my
was
God,
cool.
yeah,
We should
try
do this
them.
again sometime. Just not on the record. You know, just hang out and make
Oh,
some
fuck
music
yeah, dude.
sometime.
Fuck yeah. I trust me, just because I don't do pop anymore or like hip hop beats doesn't mean I can't, you know.
Yeah. I'd love to, like, you know, if you want to get me on a verse for one of your songs and I'll do something, I'd love to do something like that.
On
you know?
some fucking cowboy country,
I
start
do it,
spitting
man.
bars.
I do it, you know? I do it. Why not, man?
Oh man, that'd be a wild one.
Yeah. That's something to put in the press release. Like, that's something you could write about.
Oh yeah,
Pop-
I
like,
do have one song.
Cowboy country with rap verse?
I
What's
do have
going on
one
here?
song called "I'ma Do Me,"
Yeah.
right? Which is basically like just I don't give a shit type of song,
Yeah.
but cowboy country.
I can do I don't give a shit. That's like my whole vibe.
Yeah. But can we do it Will Smith style?
Will Smith style. I don't know, man. I can
No, by that I
we
mean
can do
no,
Jaden Smith.
I know Will Smith. I mean like don't swear.
Yeah, okay.
Don't swear.
All right, I can do that.
That's what I've noticed. Like I've done a few rapping as well, right? So like the songs I've done rapping would have been like, Hot Boy Summer. Did you get to listen to that one?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't think I did.
Hot Boy Summer.
I'll listen to Hot Boys.
It's on Summer Lovin' 3.
I listened to Summer 11.
Yeah, so Hot Boy Summer's on there. What's the other one? Dragged Along.
Yeah.
It's Not Me, It's You. Those are the ones where I'm rapping.
Yeah.
And then I have one with Jamming Through the Night. It's basically a disco tune, it's a dance tune. And just right in the middle I'm rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And the drums start playing jazz style.
Yeah. I like it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, jazz drums. Alright, cool. and then the drums come back to normal, and it's just I'm still rapping. I'm playing bass while I'm rapping too. I'm like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, it's fun because like when I rap though, that's the thing. It's like I'm just shooting 16th notes. Mm-hmm. So it's like depending on the tempo. It's like Rhythm Magic. I think it was like 128 or something like that. So it's I'm just going.
Honestly, man, I think it's one of the things I like so much about rap music, and it's like I'm a drummer and I'm a vocalist, and rap felt like meeting halfway. You know, like it's like a very percussive way of doing vocals, and I think that's why I like it so much. You can make it more melodic, but really the root of it is a very percussive. Like, I feel like a lot of songs or like rock songs or many different genres can be more about the vowels and the ahs and the a's and whatever, where rap is much more about the consonants and the inflections and the rhythm in which you do it. And I really like that. As a drummer, I just have so much fun just figuring out different kind of patterns and things like you would with figuring out different fills or, you know, figuring out different grooves and finding a swag to your groove and stuff. Rap is the exact same way. There's no different. And honestly, playing drums and getting better at drums has made me a better rapper for sure. You know, it's for sure goes hand in hand and it helps. I think more rappers should be drummers and vice versa.
That's a first. That's a first to hear. When it comes to rapping, I'd always have the beat first and then I write the lyrics.
I do that too.
So it was literally like, okay, what's the speed here?
Mm.
Okay, this is their tempo. This is how it's gonna go down. Okay, pull out the pen, pull out the paper, and just immediately just like, can I fit all that syllables in the bar, right? And see what happens. And I try it. Okay, that's shit. Okay, we'll rewrite it. You know, and even when it comes to singing and writing like songs about like. It's like, okay, does this fit in a bar? Does this fit in a bar? Like, is it going to be, like, weird overlapping where I'm still rapping and, like, the one has hit again?
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. I always try to make it, like, get what I got to say, next bar, say it, keep going what I'm saying, and just keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. Oftentimes I'll start with, like, a rhythmic pattern as, like, you know, I'll have the beat, and then I'll kind of, like that song for sax and violence, the drums are do-do-ga, ga-ga-do-ga, and so I'm following that in the flow that I use, and I think that could be a good way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
It makes it different, and you kind of adapt to each beat that you're doing instead of...
All the beats I'm doing, though, like, Hot Boy Summer is a drill beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can go listen to that. You just hear, like, this synth or something, like this... like pingy synth, and all of a sudden you just hear the drill beats come in.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck am I listening to?
I'll go check that out.
Yeah, Hot Boy Summer. It's me just being aggressive.
Yeah.
Just absolutely aggressive. Just I start like quiet, like just like like right up to the mic, just being quiet. And by the end of the song, I am just up there.
Yeah, yeah.
I am up there. Just like I'm like it sounds like I'm pointing a finger. But then I also sound white while doing it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, this guy's like, what is this guy doing? It's like, I can smell the potato salad with raisins.
You can smell the mayonnaise. Yeah.
I can smell the mayonnaise. I can smell the salt as a seasoning.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ezra, it was great to talk to you.
Hey, this has been cool, man.
I can't wait for your show in December.
Yeah, please come to that.
Please DM me a ticket so I don't pay the extra $13.
For sure. But like I said, I've got like a book of actual tickets that they gave me. So
so I just e-transfer 40 smackaroos?
40 smackaroos and I come and deliver.
Bet.
Yeah. Next time I see you, I'll keep them on me.
Bet.
And that goes for anybody listening to this too. If you're in Halifax, I definitely will deliver. I make trips up to the Annapolis Valley often. So, you know, I'll figure out some way where I can deliver a bunch at one time. That's what I did last time anyway. I just like find a bunch of people that want it and go and make a little route and do my delivery boy thing and deliver a bunch of tickets to people.
Nice.
So, yeah, if you want to save $10-13, you want to come to the show, get a little discount, come see me perform, come see Swollen Members, Mad Child. It's going to be a dope time. It's at the Dome. December 1st, baby. Thanks for having me, man. This is
no
cool.
problem. This is episode 11 of the Bedroom Studios official podcast. I gotta figure out who I want for the next episode. I gotta go down the list and be like, who wants to this week? I used to have it at a system where I was like, cool, this week, and then I already have next week's person as well lined up. Now it's just like the 2 weeks from now, like off because of Nashville and the album. It was like, shit, I don't got anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, no, Ezra said he wanted to.
Yeah. Here we are
Yes,
at 11:30 at night.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have fun editing this and run this through Filmora and then like render it. Wake up early in the morning, put it on YouTube, schedule for 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I'll come back from my like 5K run and it's already gonna be like up.
You do a 5K run?
Movember, dude. You run 60K in the month.
Good for you, man.
You gotta, that's a part of Movember.
I don't do any cardio. I've been doing the gym.
I don't either.
But I don't do any cardio.
I don't either. Yeah. It's already been day 3 because I started on the Friday. It's how I just did it. I was like, if I do 5K a day for 12 days, right off the bat, 60K's done.
Yeah.
In 12 of the 30 days.
Yeah.
And I don't gotta worry again. And I
knock it all out at the beginning.
When you use the Movember app, there's actually a spot to like clock your activity, and it will be like, okay, when did you start, when did you finish, how long did you travel, what unit of measurement, and were you walking or were you running?
Right.
That's So I'm always like, okay, 5K. And then I do the time, and I looked, and I was like, fuck, this one was shorter than the last 2 days. I was like, I didn't even go fast.
Yeah.
No, I don't run at all. Like, I'll briskly, it'll be so brisk. It looks like
You do a little speed walking situation.
No, it looks like I'm a tired old person.
You seen the competitive speed walking?
Yes.
Was that crazy looking? We can talk about this another day.
Competitive speed walking. You know where I first discovered competitive speed walking? Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when the father was doing the competitive speed walking.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so corny.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, just run. What are you doing?
Alright. I'm gonna end this here.
Alright, man, on that note.
Competitive speed walking, everybody.